There is no Wii U game over the past decade that I have played more than Star Fox Zero. It is the game that I have stuck with over the past decade. It's the game I've come back to the most. There is no other game that has made me get the Wii U out, charge the gamepad, and play another round of arcade mode. Star Fox Zero is by far one of the best games on the console, if not the best. Every time I come back to this game, I find myself very, very taken aback by how good it is. Main mode was essentially easy mode. And if you think back to how game journals played this game and how they couldn't figure out the relatively simple control scheme, you can kind of understand what the problem with this is that Star Fox Zero is a game that's simply too challenging for the mass audiences. This is something that was way too difficult, something that like took way too much of a time investment, and a lot of people wrote it off before even really trying it. The problem with Star Fox Zero is a problem with the audience, not with the actual game itself. Because what typically happens with games is that they don't offer enough for the player, they don't engage enough with the player, they don't demand enough of the player. Star Fox Zero, in a way, is kind of the exact opposite, where it kind of demands too much. For anybody of like a below average or even above average skill level, right? The game can be really, really overbearing because of how difficult and challenging it is. This is something that's way more technically demanding than something like Elden Ring or Doom 2016 or Cyberpunk 2077. And instead of acknowledging like the issue is a skill level one, in regards to the player, like the community at large just wrote the game off as being broken and unfinished. And the reality is, this is one of the most seamless, intense action games you'll ever play in your life. As you get better and better at it, like you'll be like blowing through these levels like crazy and like discovering new tricks and like improving your skill set and pulling off like really incredible stunts. Right. These were not Witcher 3s, these were not Grand Theft Auto 5s. These were actual video games. And Star Fox Zero, I think, kind of represents the apex of that mindset, in which you have a game that's way better looking, that's more technically demanding, that has way more content, that has way more going on, and yet the masses just don't understand that because, like, well, like it doesn't have a story, like, and I do think it deserves it. Um, but like it's definitely something that we need to talk about more is just how this game was so disrespected and so ignored over the past decade. And I can only hope that someday when this game is properly re-released, this game gets a proper reevaluation and is considered to be a high point of the franchise.